grew up on a cattle ranch. A big part of my youth involved repairing equipment and welding on the ranch, and I worked for 10 years in the forest industry. When I got married to my lovely wife Cheryl, I wanted to take a different career path and chose to get back to where my passion was, which was boats, marine, and the outdoors. And I started a little small company building stainless steel rails for boats, rails, ladders, bow rails, and stainless steel handles and the sort. And it was very shortly after that I acquired the assets of this little small boat company called Harborcraft. And a couple of years into that, started the very first heavy gauge welded boats that we produced. And yes, that passion or enjoyment of welding, and also probably just simply survival and the need to get it done, is something that I leaned back on. And yes, I was welding some of those early boats. We shifted our focus from Harborcraft and rebranded the company Kingfisher, which we believe has really worked very well for our identity. Major decision, a major milestone in those early years. We also worked very, very hard to reach out to customers, reach out to our dealers, and ask what they needed. What was it that the market needed? What was it that our customers needed? Those were some of the things that we were doing in those early years, and I'm thankful to say that we still do that today. In 2012, we took a big step and quite a bit of risk and acquired Renaissance Marine Group from Clarkston, Washington. This was a strategic decision that was enabled us to grow, but more importantly, to strengthen our group overall. We acquired the marquee brands Duckworth, Weldcraft, and Northwest through this acquisition. But more importantly, we're able to tap into an unbelievable workforce in Clarkston, Washington that build heavy gauge boats. We have employees that have been building boats for over 30 years in this facility. So together, yes, we were a little bit larger, but we were a lot stronger. One of the things that I'm most proud of is that our senior team at Renaissance is absolutely 100% intact. The same people that were with the company when we acquired it in 2012. And 2008, that was a very, very turbulent time in the world around us. When I look back, we navigated that period of time pretty darn well. There's a couple things that stand out. One of them was holding true by one of our values of financial responsibility. We came into 2008 with a very strong balance sheet. We had no long-term debt on our balance sheet, and that gave us flexibility to move forward and do things that other people couldn't. And the other was we took a real different approach to this period of time, really a contrarian approach. We pushed hard on new product development. We pushed hard on sales and marketing. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, we might have had the only dealer meeting in all of North America through that period of time. We pushed hard on reaching out and developing new relationships in the marketplace, both from a supplier standpoint and a dealer standpoint. So when I look back, I honestly believe that some of the greatest opportunities can come at times of adversity, and that certainly was our experience through that real challenging time. In 2017, we acquired Armstrong Marine in Port Angeles, Washington, and earlier this year in 2019, we purchased Daigle Marine, who build Eaglecraft in Campbell River. This was done for a very strategic and intentional purpose to diversify and strengthen our organization. There was something really unique with Armstrong. Armstrong was one of the first builders of aluminum catamarans in North America. So we thought that this was going to strengthen our organization in a real positive way by bringing together this government commercial with also the recreational product lines. We believe that planning is critical, absolutely critical to the success of any business, no matter what its size. And in our organization, we are very intentional with how we go about planning. We think it's critical to really keenly understand and know your purpose, why you do what you do. We think it's imperative that you understand what you stand for. What are your values? And then use those values to test decisions in how you go forward and make sure that you keep the company going in the right direction, and understand also how you use those values to communicate internally, externally, and with others. We also think it's really important to have a long-term objective that keeps everybody focused with a long sight line out in front of us. Being the best place to work is absolutely the core of our success, in my opinion, and something I get pretty doggone excited about. We have a clearly stated objective within our group, and that is to be the preferred employer in every community we operate in. We've been at it several years now, and we're making some tremendous progress. At a high level, there's a few things that we think are important. The recruitment and selection of employees. We've got to do a really, really good job of going out and finding the best talent that we can and bringing them into this organization. And then it's absolutely incumbent on us to do the best job possible to onboard them and make sure they understand what our company's purpose is, what we stand for, where we're going, and most importantly, how they fit in, what their role and responsibility is, and what they can do to win. You have to invest in education to grow, both as an individual and as a company. We work very hard to ensure that we've got ongoing personal development and educational plans in front of everybody in the company, including myself. We spend a lot of time looking ahead, but it's great to look back from time to time and celebrate some of your successes. Some of the things that personally I'm very proud of is being recognized as one of Canada's best managed companies. That was a real major milestone, and if I'm not mistaken, we are the only marine manufacturer that's ever received that distinction. I'm very proud of the fact that we've been able to grow successfully and remain a family-owned private company. Probably the most important thing that I'm most proud of, however, is those 400 plus people that are dedicated to our company, that walk in the door every day with spring in their step, and all they want to do is the right thing and grow our enterprise for the future.